Hello and welcome to the September Outturn Podcast. Coming up, and it's a belter, isn't it?
That's a great Scotch word.
She's a belter. This packs more of a punch than the other ones do in terms of spice.
I'm not giving it too spicy.
No, I don't get too.
All right, just disagree with me then.
I will. Yeah.
Wham!
Wham Bam.
Now you have to say what it's called.
Wham Bam ginger jam. Bit of a tongue twister.
I'm Richard Gosselin, editor of the Society's members magazine Unfiltered, joined once again by Calum Lawson.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Nice
Yep.
to see you back, Calum. And we're delighted this month to be joined by Julie Roberts from the, what we call it, the Innovation
Team. Yeah, that's me.
Nice of you to join us, Julie. We're looking ahead to September. In fact, by the time you see this, it will be September pretty much, I think. Gathering month for the Society.
Yeah.
September's about bringing members together, global events, lots of stuff going on here, but internationally as well. The branches are all kind of doing special events to kind of celebrate the togetherness of the Society, the membership, all these events going on. You must have been through a few of those in your time.
Yeah, certainly.
Calum.
It's the biggest month of the year for us. It's a big homecoming, and it's all about with this global network of members, and and we're all started as Leith, obviously, the vaults.
Yeah.
But we have events all over Scotland, UK, worldwide.
Yeah.
And we had some really big events actually in Glasgow. We had, the last 3 years we had our gathering at West Brewery.
Oh yeah, nice
It's called
place.
Gathering Goes West, and we had up to 100 people each time and live music. So I forget, I need to talk to you as well, don't I?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I can't just
don't
talk
you feel
the whole
left out.
time.
Don't just blank our guest,
I'm
Calum.
So Richard, let me tell you about the gathering. So what was I saying?
I'll tell you what.
Westland Brewery.
You can stop right there, Calum. We do have special
Too
bottles
sober.
for the gathering. You take that.
No,
I'll
thank
dig
you.
out some glasses.
First whiskey
What
is,
we got?
we have two releases that are special gathering special releases. One's for the UK and one is for Europe. This one is for the UK members. 12 years old, from distillery number 1, and it's 0.288. It's the deep rich and dried fruits flavour profile. Our initial cask is bourbon, and then it's been moved into an American oak Oloroso cask. It's called What the Bells of St. Clemens Say.
Right.
And you would tell us all about St. Clemens.
Oh, history lesson coming on.
I haven't researched that one actually, so I can't tell you anything. Is that a church near London or in London?
Yeah, I think.
Looking at me, Richard, as if I would know.
I don't know.
We'll get our Googler on the scene. Duncan, Google it and let us know. Sorry, that's quite rude. I actually poured my own one first. I'll go.
You can
over
pass
here.
it
Swap
on.
you.
Well, I could do that, yeah.
Thanks, Calum.
So this is a special for the UK. We've got another bottle here. We're not going to crack it open, but for the EU market, 53 point, what does that say? 482?
53.482. It's called Spellbound, and it's from Isla, and it is the peated flavour profile.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
It's got a nice picture of a gammon steak on
Yeah.
the.
Nice labels.
yeah,
great,
nice
aren't they?
labels. So for the EU, look
Who
out
did
for
that?
that one.
Wasn't me.
Is that your
Nice labels. Who
responsibility,
did that?
Julie?
Oh,
Yeah, I did all by hand.
Tell us a wee bit about your job, Julie.
Oh, gee whiz. There's kind of two halves to it, I guess. There's what I call like day-to-day innovation, which is really about the bottles that you see that come out in the Outturn or the special releases, working with our markets. And then there's the more NPD side, which is more like the new product development stuff. So things like drop and dram and other things that you'll see that are coming out next year.
you're taking
So it's
full
like
credit for all that.
all of it,
basically,
yeah. Obviously, I'm a one-man band. It's all down to me. No, there is an incredible team that work behind the scenes, and I do think innovation is quite a special role. I always say it never sits in isolation.
Yep.
So I am lucky enough to work across like the full supply chain and just about every team within SMWS, and I think I'm probably one of the only people that could probably say that.
Yep.
So it's a really nice, kind of feeling of partnering with everybody in the business for the
And internationally as well. of
and
course.
internationally as a yeah.
Because
So
we
it's
do a
really
lot of
variable.
special releases internationally as well.
Absolutely,
So you're involved
yeah,
in all
yeah,
that.
and all of our markets. So yeah, it's a really busy role. No 2 days are the same, but it's also really fun as well. And it's good.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Anything that you can talk about that's coming up, or is
Gosh.
it hush hush, top secret?
Yeah, I would say for next year, most things probably kind of top secret. We've got Christmas
But very
coming up,
exciting.
but very, very well. Obviously, very, very exciting. I
Obviously.
think there's a few things that I'll be excited to see, kind of what our members think about it, because obviously everything we do is really has our members at the heart of it as well. So, and their feedback is so important, good, bad or ugly, we want to hear it, because that's,
Yep.
you know, the heart of innovation is we want to make things better. So we are always open to people's opinions on things. So we do have a few new products coming out where it would be brilliant, you know, for members to try them and then just give their candid feedback. I would say that would
Yep.
be, you know, really helpful.
Yep.
What was the other thing you asked me? Oh, what else is coming up?
Yep.
So that's kind of next year, but we've got obviously Christmas coming up, winter
Yep.
kind of season,
Yeah.
the last part of the year.
Great collection.
Which, yeah, we've got a really fabulous winter collection coming. It's kind of called the Spirit of the Ceilidh. Don't want to give too much away about what that means, but that will come through, you know, as we get into the last part of the year.
Yeah.
We've done something quite special for our members as well. So
Yeah.
you know a little bit about that, Richard,
Yeah, I
because you've
do.
been involved as well. So
Yeah, looking forward to that one
yeah,
coming
it's
out.
going to be really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's really good.
You won't know either.
I've no,
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. I've been
I know
involved a
nothing.
wee
You know
bit. but
nothing.
really
know
ni-
nothing.
Really nice project. And, oh, Cal, that Calum
Are you
Lawson.
kidding?
It's like,
Hello, where are you?
Well, answer it.
it's like amateur.
I'm on the podcast.
Honestly.
That's probably my...
Plan this. Plan this.
Hello, I'm recording a podcast currently.
We'll talk amongst
No.
ourselves.
Okay.
Just talk amongst yourselves.
Thanks.
So,
Right, after
Brilliant.
that interruption. And whiskey-wise, Julie, any kind of go-to styles of whiskey that you're into?
from our flavour profiles, I would say I am more in the peat side of things. So anything from obviously the lighted peated all the way through to the kind of full-on peat.
Yeah.
Love a little bit of that. But like a bit of juicy oak and vanilla as
Yeah.
well. Do
Okay.
you like the kind of vanilla, kind of coconut, you know, sort of
Okay.
bourbon barrel
We've got
kind
a
of style?
bit of both of those
Yeah.
this month.
Yeah.
And how did you start drinking whiskey? How did you get into it?
I always remember, this is like such a warm memory that I've got. I was really close to my granddad and he used to drink the famous grouse. And he used to have every Saturday a dram, and I used to sit next to him when he had it and we would just talk about whatever.
Nice.
And he would often say, you know, your granny's in the kitchen, have a wee sip. And I would love it because it was like, okay, fine, it was just me, granddad, and nobody knew that I was having this, like, you know, felt quite rebellious at 15.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like our little secret.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what, obviously it wasn't like, you know, drinking it every week. And then after that, I went into the, you know, once I'd been at uni and went into the working world, the first jobs I had was in the marketing agency world, and we worked with a lot of spirit brands. A couple of them were whiskies, so that's kind of more where we got into like properly like drinking it and understanding what it was and,
Yep.
and how it was made and things like that.
And especially
But yeah. But I still have
that's nice.
there's a special place in
Yeah,
my
that's
heart for
great.
the famous
Yeah, yeah.
grouse, I'm not going to lie.
Brilliant.
awesome.
And what are we thinking about this then?
Yeah.
I've been
not even
just-
tried it yet.
I've just been
well,
sipping
well,
away
isn't
while
it?
you were telling us your story.
This is my second ever gathering,
That's
so
nice. It's lovely and sweet.
Yeah.
get that right away.
Maybe
yeah,
not too.
really nice.
I mean, it will be a little bit spicy, but I'm getting kind of like orange and kind of pineapple.
Yeah. We don't put a lot of information on these gathering labels, it has to be said.
Nice
I mean,
colour.
lovely artwork, but in terms of the cask,
Yeah.
we don't put it on the label. You need to go online. But you can
Clever
tell
label.
us all about it. Calum.
I've already said what it was.
Have you?
You don't remember?
No, wasn't paying attention.
It's bourbon and then into American oak Oloroso.
Very good.
Oh, very nice.
It's
Nice
lovely,
long
isn't
finish, actually. Yeah.
So if it was
Spicy.
Spanish oak, you'd probably expect it to be spicier.
Yeah.
Because it's American oak, it's a bit more
Yeah.
sweeter.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
say. And it's a fairly
Got
easy
that
going.
nice sweetness in it,
it?
actually.
Easy going. Lovely.
Yeah, very
Delicious.
easy going.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, nice. So that's
I'll get that on my shopping list.
UK Gathering Bottle,
Do you not get
1.288.
a free bottle for everyone that you're involved in?
If only.
And that's the EU 53.482. Totally different flavour profile. All good
That's
stuff.
a new one. Yeah,
We'll leave that
very,
there.
very nice.
Right. We thought also this month, you know, we do a lot of single cask
Yep.
bottlings from distilleries that people have never heard of. And I think there's maybe sometimes a perception that if they don't recognise the name of the distillery, then it can't be a very good
I think that's
product.
totally accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how some people think.
Yep.
We're here to challenge that perception.
Yep.
And I think this is a good example this month. Distillery 48 is not a well-known name in the whiskey world. Can we talk? Can we say what the
I
name
don't know
is?
why you're asking me.
I feel like
Be Maverick.
I need your permission.
Wow.
Be Maverick.
Yeah,
They're
48.
better known for making a gin.
They're better known for making a gin called Cowroon,
Cowroon, yeah.
right? So maybe
Speyside.
that gives it away. It's a Speyside distillery. It's never been bottled, as far as I know, as a single malt. So you'll never have seen this.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. It's an old distillery.
Yeah.
never been seen with its own name on the label.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go.
And we don't put its name on the
Wow.
label. We just call it 48.
Yeah.
But
It's fantastic in its own right.
yeah,
That's good insider info there, Richard.
I think that's what makes
very good.
always on the
these
case.
kind of
Joey.
bottlings special, because it's not something that, you know, you would see generally when you walk into like a supermarket or an off license. You know, so it's
I feel like I want to finish this one.
Yeah.
because if you think about the blended market in Scotland's so much bigger by volume than
Yep.
the single malt. So they've got all these workhorse distilleries that are producing large volumes of whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And typically they're designed for blending components, so they're more the flavour profiles are more more full on.
Yeah.
But then if you like single cask whiskey that's full of flavour, then there's absolutely nothing better. So in fact, I've discovered so many distilleries from my time in this society that I didn't know at all, and they've now become my favourites, you know, and this is definitely one of them.
Well, the bulk of
That
this
is just-
goes into a blend. Hanky Bannister.
I don't actually know.
Oh, okay.
Hanky
Yeah, I know
Band.
that
There you
one. Yeah. It's very appley.
So did you say the name of this one?
No, should we just say it?
What? No, I'm talking about the name on the bottle.
Oh, no, I didn't say the name of
So
the
this
bottle.
is 48.167.
Yes.
It's called.
The George Michael Distillate. No, I'm just kidding.
Why George Michael?
Wham!
Wham Bam.
Wham! I
am
am
your
the
jam.
man. I am the
Of
jam.
course,
That's good.
Wham,
Your
right.
ginger
So
jam.
now you have to say what it's called. It's
Right.
called.
Wham Bam Ginger Jam. Bit of a tongue twister.
They often
Wham
are,
Bam
aren't they?
Yeah.
Ginger jam.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
15 years
No,
old,
really nice.
ex-bourbon, and then the final cask is an ex-PX hogshead.
Yeah.
So
Definitely get apples.
And it's favoured as a component of blends because of its richness and depth and weight,
Yep.
right? That's why it's not seen as a single cask, because blenders are like, that's going to be a hugely important component in the blends that we're pumping out.
Yeah.
So
see what you mean about the apple? It's like
Yeah.
stewed apples.
Yeah.
And
Oh, aye.
Really.
it's got a kind of
Just.
herbally tea like.
really nice in the palate as well. Worm tub distillate.
Okay.
I think they do quite a rapid distillation, so less reflux. It's keeping more of those oils and
Yeah.
You can see it clinging to the
those
glass.
kind of meaty components you can.
Yep.
So yeah, just
Yeah,
a weighty dram, isn't it?
it's delicious. Absolutely
Weighted is
delicious.
a really good description, actually. Yeah. And so different from the one before.
Yeah.
Actually, to me, feels a lot lighter than the one before as well. Which
And it was fairly sweet and easygoing as well.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Isn't it
I
great?
get the
It's
jam
like-
thing. My mouth feels all sticky.
When you look
Lovely.
at the colour, you think it would be quite heavy as well, wouldn't you? But
Makes me
it's not. It actually
tingle
feels
to it.
quite.
That's
yeah,
the kind of
yeah.
style of show that I quite like. Is it's still fairly easygoing, not too full
It's
on.
a nice sort of summer day dram.
Yeah.
well, that one is
Or kind of-
£90, right? But we've got another from the same distillery this month.
Oh, okay.
You
Do
want
you want to do this? Do you want to do this one out?
No, go for it. Can you not read it?
I
Okay.
can't. No, I forgot my reading
Let me
glasses.
see. Oh, it's another tongue twister.
Well, there you go then. Even
So
more
it's
so. Right. You
tantalising and temptatious.
tell us this. Oh, this is from the same
Oh.
distillery.
Yeah.
Oh, Distillery 48.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Anything
Distillery
else? Flavor
48.
profile?
Juicy oak and vanilla.
Good.
10 years old.
Did a pass.
You
Yeah, you
passed.
passed now. And it's a first fill bourbon.
Yeah.
So we'll just crack it.
And this is £59 for this one. So this is coming in.
The flavor profiles are hard. You kind of.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, I used to work in the venue, so you kind of have to know them, right?
Yeah.
But it takes you a wee moment or two to
It does.
memorise them, and
Some
then
of the blues are a wee bit similar, right?
sometimes the
Yes.
colours are fairly colour, and yeah.
We're just on a big exercise looking at flavour profiles on a project internally. So
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that?
Well, it would be
right,
even more
so there's-
confusing when
yeah,
you.
yeah.
All right, Calum, take it easy.
Just
No, don't.
Shades of Helen Stewart with the pores here. Right. So a totally different flavour profile for
well, you listen when Richard starts going pink around the cheeks and the ears, then you know that he's had too much.
Too many.
it means
That is a big dram though.
heavy
That,
pores.
that is a big
He also
dram.
told me the same thing twice today as well, so I'm getting a bit
Nice
worried
golden
about him in
colour.
his old age.
It's just dementia.
Too
Yeah.
many drams.
Totally different flavour profile. But,
Yes.
But I would say also that weight is there, isn't it? It's like like a robust
Yeah, it is.
spirit, isn't it?
This is an interesting one. I don't really.
What you get from this one? not to put you on the spot, Julie, but
Well, a wee bit. I know this is going to sound really weird, but almost like nail varnish.
yeah, that's quite
Yeah,
yeah.
Kind of acetone.
Yeah. Not immediate. Considering the flavour profile, not immediately
It's got
fruity or.
no. I get a lot of vanilla with this as well,
Yeah.
which is very obvious kind of flavour you would get from a bourbon cask.
Yeah.
But also maybe like kind of lemon curd.
Oh yeah. I mean that is just.
Quite a nice summery dram there.
Yeah, like the sweetness there.
Yeah, quite. It's got
Like
nice
say-
floriness to it as well.
Vanilla,
Yeah.
We should have had this one first.
sort of coconuts.
Probably should.
Coconut.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
coconut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I think this
Very nice.
it does well in a variety of casks, doesn't it?
absolutely.
You know, certainly does well in sherry casks, but ex-bourbon
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
fantastic.
Trying to get into the serious tasting now. I feel like I've been on a journey since I joined SMWS. I
Ah.
feel that's one of the big benefits of SMWS.
Yeah.
It's just that journey you can go on where you just learn.
So if you
So
you worked
much.
in whiskey before, right?
Yeah.
But do you not feel like when you come here you have to kind of like start again in a lot of ways
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's
It
just so
throws
different.
out so many. We throw out so many of the traditional ways of thinking about whiskey, and once you're in and you understand it, it just how could you possibly
Yeah.
ever do it any other way than
Yeah.
the way that we do it? That
Yeah.
is so unique and
Yeah.
just
But what I would say at the same time is that when people you first tell somebody about the SMWS, they don't know anything about it. They could be a bit like, oh, there's a lot,
like,
lot
what?
going on.
Yeah.
But actually, if you approach it just with an open mind,
Yep.
and you're just willing to try different things, then
Yeah.
you can't go wrong.
Yeah. Well, classic example. I was in the venue on in Queen Street on Tuesday night. I had some friends here from
Well, you well
Munich.
behaved.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that. That's not for the pods, of course. I was with friends who are here at the festival from Germany, and they'd never been to SMWS before.
Yeah. And they loved it.
Yeah, and they bought a bottle, and once they explained how it worked with the label and the tasting panel and how we're all about flavour and you can just go on this amazing journey, they just were like, yeah, get it. This is brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, how have we not heard of it before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that with Scotch,
Yeah.
altogether, like
Yeah.
growing up, I wasn't really interested in it until I was a bit older. But it's when you go abroad and see how excited people are about
Yeah.
Scottish whiskey and how this is where it all started, and
Yeah.
and then you realise, because you just kind of take it for granted that
Yes.
they're there.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
then when you see it from that kind of perspective, it's like that's this is the place.
Yeah.
It is the place.
It is. It's always interesting the response you get from people when they say, oh, like you say, you've never met them. They say, what do you do? Oh, work in marketing or innovation.
Yeah.
All right, what business? And I say, well, I actually work in the whiskey industry. And the minute you say it, people light up. They're so fascinated and
Yeah.
so interested in,
Yeah.
what it is. And yeah, it's interesting. It's cool. Yeah.
And I think that's a good example of the kind of the journey that you can go on with the society,
Yeah.
where you are digging into these lesser known,
Yeah.
practically unknown distilleries in
Yes.
terms of their name being out in the
Yeah.
wider world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favourite
And we've
bit.
got a couple of casks from
Yeah.
that distillery,
Yeah.
which are totally different,
Yeah.
and give you that insight into
Yeah.
a completely different side of the industry.
It's nice to get that surprise as well. If you do want to look up what it is and you go, oh my God, like, some of them I've not even heard of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is great.
There's so many I'd never
yeah.
heard of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
And now I know them very well.
It sort of really evens the playing field, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Distillery 48.
48.
You can look it
Cork
up.
back in the bottle.
Yeah.
I won't say the name, but
No.
Distillery 48.
I don't know what any of them are. There's a few,
It's,
but
it's hard.
It almost doesn't matter.
That's
Yeah.
the whole point.
I
You're
never-
not supposed.
Yeah.
It doesn't
It
matter.
almost doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Right. We'll move on. You mentioned
bit of chocolate
oily
then.
and coastal as a
yes,
favoured
We're running out for
flavour
space on this table,
profile.
Richard. We're going to need a better.
we're
Well,
going to
we
need a
need a
bigger
bigger boat.
table.
We'll see how far
We're
we
going to
can
need
go.
a bigger table.
You want to take that one, Julie, and
Yeah.
You do.
crack it open?
Crack that open. So this is yellowtail sashimi and smacked mackerel,
Right.
smoked mackerel. Oh, I've had one too many drams on.
Naughty mackerel.
Yes, it's a naughty mackerel. This is Distillery 4.
Yeah. Do you know whereabouts that is? It's classed as a
do,
Highland distillery,
but I can't-
it's,
Yeah.
but it's
Because we're
it's-
talking about using it on a
it's-
project for something that now
it's
is
an
not going
island
ahead.
distillery,
But
which technically, if you're not in Islay, then it's Highland region,
yeah,
but it's
It's way up north.
way up north.
Yeah.
Here, Calum.
I'll take that. Yes, it's from Orkney, which narrows it down considerably.
I picked this out really just because it's a different flavour profile there. Let's try that
So
again.
coming, the wheels are coming off now.
I'm
God.
getting a bit clumsy.
It's a different flavour
Did you
profile.
not do your tongue twisters before we did the
I
start
did,
of
but
this?
it didn't help.
Are you going to pour?
And this is a birthday dram for me as well, so that was what caught my eye.
Oh, is it your birthday?
No, not today, but that was
day?
distilled on my birthday.
Oh, right. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm dripping.
1934.
Very good. And I like the name of this.
I
And
don't know how old that would make you if you were born in
Thank you.
1934.
It's got loads of good
Very old.
Japanese food tasting notes.
That would make your
Some-
Vaults collection.
Yeah.
And then
Yellowtail
some.
sesame. Yeah, great. I
Sorry,
mean,
Richard, I interrupt you there.
this distillery is a very popular distillery, not just with our bottlings, but in their own bottlings as well. But and this is also a very
nice.
popular flavour profile.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a belter, isn't it?
Yeah, you just kind of know with that
Such a
distillery
great
and
Scotch
the
word.
flavour profile.
Belter.
A belter.
She's a belter.
Wow.
We had one that was called Belter a Dram that was from distillery number 6. It was fairly young, but it was full
Oh, so
sherry
good.
maturation.
Yeah.
And it was an award-winning dram. It was brilliant.
Yeah. A sunny day at the beach with a barbecue and sushi. Don't know if that's ever happened, has it?
And all the time.
Not in,
Oh.
I'm going to fire up
not
the
at-
barbecue
not
and
in
have some
Glasgow.
sushi.
Not at
Yeah, not in Glasgow.
not at Saltcoats.
Yeah. Anyway. It's a bit random.
It's very, very nice.
But I see where they're coming from.
Again, it's on that more smoky
It's got the smoky
kind
grill,
of terrain, isn't it? Yeah.
maybe a bit of seafood on the grill.
Getting a bit of
Yummy. It was.
California roll coming through. No kidding.
Slapped mackerel, is that it?
Mackerel. Slap mackerel.
Definitely
Yeah.
got that slap
There's a typo
mackerel.
in that label. Who's responsible for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Smacked mackerel. Who doesn't love a bit of smacked mackerel?
Very good. So that's your oily and coastal. Right.
I was gonna
Very
say,
nice.
if it was on the beach in Saltcoats, probably would be. So
I think we'd better move on here.
Swiftly, Richard, swiftly.
Got a couple of, can we say entry level? That doesn't sound right.
in price, just point.
Beginner.
More
Price-wise.
accessible
Accessible. Yeah.
price wise. This is,
Oh, who's doing this one at me?
you can do it.
Okay,
This is
another good Scottish one here.
£50.
Oh, yeah.
£50.
So distillery number 95.93. Truly a Braw Dram.
That is an
Almost a drum.
exceptional name.
Truly a Braw Dram. Yep. 10 years old. This is the deep rich and dried fruits flavour profile. Its first cask bourbon, and then its final cask is a second fill Oloroso hogshead. So
Just, £50.
Perfect.
yeah,
Ideal.
What can
Something
you
for
say?
everyone.
Yep.
Something for everyone. The word bra. Isn't that a great Scottish
it's a
word?
Braw Brecht Moonlight Nicht.
Have you got a favourite Scottish word?
I like it. I like this. This is good. This is what we need more of.
Brammer. Yeah, Brammer.
Scullery,
Scullery.
Like the Scullery Maiden.
isn't it?
I quite like Scunnel.
Get in the scullery.
Scunner's pretty good.
It's in the scullery. My granddad used to say that to my
Aye.
granny. It's in the scullery, Mary.
We're talking about your granddad. I have a
know.
similar story about my
It's so
granddad and whiskey, but I probably told it already. But he was a Bell's drinker, right? And that's my first recollection.
Yeah, we had
of it.
bells as well. Yeah, bells and
But he
and
used to
rice.
call. When we came round the grandchildren to the house, he used to call us the middens.
Oh,
At Middens, yeah, great.
And then I remember saying this
Muckle.
to a teacher of mine. I'm like, no, and the middens are the bins out the back of a tenement, and
Yeah.
it was like didn't really make sense to him. But
Yeah.
it was a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You could be called that. Eh?
Could you?
Well, we were
I
called.
don't
that.
think anybody else would called the middens.
We were called the middens because we're manky.
Good, you're a midden.
Another good Scottish
Manky.
word.
Dirty
is
wee
good.
midden.
Yeah, yeah.
I asked it. We had a
Smelly
label
midden. Oh.
recently, Richard, when we did the festivals, and it was. I had to ask you what it was. The coal scuttle.
Uh-huh.
I was like, "What's a scuttle?"
Aye.
And I think you said it was the old
It's like a bucket.
Scottish
Ah,
word,
yeah,
for the
coal in
a
it.
pail.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
pail of coal. I
Exactly.
don't know if that's a Scottish word. Pail.
Sounds like
yeah,
an
scullery.
Urwally kind of word.
Yeah. Scullery.
Oh.
Right, sorry. What are we having here? Oh, this is the broad dram.
This is the Broad Dram. Truly a
Yeah,
Broad
deep-
Dram.
Deep, rich and dry.
Deep rich and
fruits.
dry fruits. It's the second cask is a second fill Oloroso, so it's been used before.
Yeah.
So it's going to have sort of less of an
Yeah.
impact wood
Yeah,
and
it's quite
spice.
gentle,
so,
isn't
Yeah.
it?
so actually,
Yeah,
all the
it's
sherry
nice,
ones,
very-
sherry casks we've had so far
Yeah.
have been fairly easygoing, which
Yeah.
I like.
10 years old. That's very drinkable.
Very drink. I've not tried it yet. I'm just saying very drinkable. My favourite one so far has been the first one we tried, and
Yeah.
I have to say, the smacked mackerel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going on the shopping list as well.
You know, fun enough, this is actually packs more of a punch than the other ones do in terms of spice.
I'm not getting it too spicy.
Well, have you tried it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I don't get too. I like the compared to the first one.
All right, just disagree with me then.
I will. Yeah, not for the first time.
No, I'll have to sit in the middle of you. This continues.
Separate us.
Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah,
I-
again, this is a nice, easy
I would
drinking.
say that's
Yeah.
pretty easy.
It is easy.
drinking. Yep.
And then for the price point as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Count me in for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does what it says on the tin.
It does.
It's a
Very
broad
nice.
dram.
Okay.
Let's
I'll
see.
highlight this one as another kind of affordable
Yep.
dram. 60.36. Never judge a dram by its colour. Good name.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
And this
Which is true, by the way.
Of
Right.
course it is, because
Never-
everything we do is natural colour, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
£59 for that. 9-year-old. It's a Highland dram. Second fill ex bourbon barrel. Very light in colour, but you know you can't judge a dram by its colour.
No, because and that's the whole point about, you know, some of the bigger brands. They're all about consistency, and they would do things, you know, like obviously they're bringing it down, like they're adding water, and they're also adding colour as well.
Yes.
Just so that every time you see that product, it's a different combination of whiskies, well, similar.
Yeah.
But it's always going to look and taste very similar.
Yeah.
And
But we're the
Calum,
complete opposite.
do we ever add colour to our whiskies?
No, we do not,
We
Richard.
do not.
Never.
Right.
Never.
And look at the colour of this one.
Yeah. Look at the
Look at
colour
the
of this
label of this
Right.
one.
So you know,
Julie, you take
so you
that
know
one.
when you see
This
the
is
colour of
Spanish
something like
Splendor.
that, you know that it's 100% legit.
No messing around.
This is Spanish Splendor.
Spanish Splendor.
But the last few releases from this range, the labels I just think have been sensational.
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had other ones that I remember
is a
which have
10-year-old.
been similar. Things like Tobacco Time.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's Citrus Reveries,
Yeah.
released in July,
Yeah.
which, again, nice label.
Yeah.
Let's crack it because I'm running out of hands here.
Just
So.
bigging myself
Yeah.
up.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
So what do you? So
I
what-
don't do the labels,
No,
just to
but
point that out.
yeah, but so
They're
what
done.
kind of input do you have with when it comes to labelling?
Well, it just depends on what the bottle is. If it's
Yeah. Or something like this.
yeah,
this one
something like
exact.
that, then we've actually got creative freedom to do,
Yeah.
you know, what we want. We take a lot of lead from the tasting note, obviously.
Yeah. And then you have an idea of what you want to see on the bottle,
Yeah, look, I mean, it's an input.
and so
know,
you have
there's
you have the name first. Is that right?
the name first, yeah, and then the tasting note.
And then who is it your team that visualises what they think the picture's going to look like, and then you give that to the artist to come up with?
Yeah, we would brief the artist,
Yeah.
and we would say, you know, this is the bottle, here's the tasting note, and then,
Yeah.
you know, on the bottle name,
That's cool.
and then it's really over to
And
them
we work
to
with a
take them
range
in.
of artists because there's
We do,
obviously
yeah.
very different styles.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
some there's a consistency with some like the gathering labels.
Yeah, from a
that
brand
people
point
will
of view, we
recognise
try
that.
and keep it consistent,
Yeah.
but, you know, it's a fair game.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole kind of beauty of working with like different artists and things.
Yeah.
They've all got a different interpretation.
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
You know, you could give that
We're all about
tasting
variety.
note, yeah, and bottle name to 10 different designers, and they would design 10 different ways.
Yeah.
So this is refill bourbon and first fill Oloroso hogsheads,
Yeah.
10 years old, and it's 50%.
Yeah. So this is batch 26.
I think it's 20.
No, actually.
20, is it not? Oh, I don't know. Can't see.
But
It's on the side. It's on the side.
These
of
are
the label.
always very popular.
Batch 26.
We love these
26.
small batch releases because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
just so much fun and they're very colourful.
They're brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, again, in
It's good
terms
to
of
do different things as well, isn't it?
affordability,
Like sometimes to-
£55.
Yeah, they're
55
good.
quid for this
Yeah.
10-year-old.
You should be on QVC.
I know. Buy it now.
Are we not?
He's like the way he's
£55.
shaking it. Oh, this
Are we
is
not?
kind of.
I'm trying to earn my keep.
Keep going. You're doing a great job.
But you know, the small batch series,
Yeah.
I think everyone has been just fantastic.
They're all great. I love them.
Yeah.
It's been a great thing for the society to get into.
Yeah.
Obviously, single cask, single malt is
It's the heart of what we do.
yeah.
But like we were saying, it's good to, you know, open up a bit and try
Yeah.
different things and experiment and
Oh,
it's just another, you know, point on the journey,
Mm.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's like a lovely rich caramel, dulce de leche. You know that?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
I love it when
My
he
waistline.
puts on an accent every time.
Dulce
he
de leche in Chile.
Dolce de leche.
In
isn't
Chile,
it?
it's manjar.
Dom.
It's kind of the same thing, but
Okay.
they call it manjar.
Oh right. Yeah. Oh, of course.
It's
Mr.
What is,
Spain
what is that
himself.
one exactly?
Najar.
It's just like a
Yeah,
caramel,
Is
jamon.
it pastry?
caramel
No,
paste. You know,
that's a paste.
Like
'Cause
a-
I get quite a lot of pastry with this, like
it's
kind of
like
like donuts
condensed
or
milk and
cream. I do
caramel.
get the cream.
Vanilla.
Yeah. delicious.
It's like
bit
the
more
national
like
sweet of
ham on,
Argentina.
like ham.
and-
Yeah, you
and
probably will
Chile.
get that as well.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, see, yeah, I get that too.
Mm. I mean, if you've got a wee sweet tooth,
Oh,
that's hitting the spot, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Definitely
that
got a
is.
sweet tooth.
do you know, this is going to sound like silly to say this because obviously when you work for a company people would maybe say, yeah, you're going to say that anyway, but the quality of the liquid you get from
Correct.
SMW, it is honestly outstanding.
Yep.
Every dram, it's
That's
quite
right.
remarkable.
You just can't go wrong, really.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and when you consider this
That
is
is
just
amazing.
a wee scratching the surface
Correct.
of what's coming out in
Yeah.
September,
Yeah.
and the variety there
Want it all.
is the variety is
Gotta have it
incredible,
all.
and I think the quality is incredible as
Yeah.
well. So
That
you
is
know,
just
there's
beautiful. That is.
There's a whole world of
Whoa.
stuff to explore. Before we wrap up, we'll go to the other end of the spectrum in terms of
You're bringing out the
Bringing out the
big
big
guns.
dogs.
bringing out
Yeah.
the big dogs. This is the latest Vaults collection release.
Ooh.
It is cask 24.172, soothing.
One of the most sought after
Invigoration.
distilleries, really, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. We're not opening that one.
No.
I don't have permission to
Go on.
crack this one open,
Go on,
unfortunately,
Richard.
Julie.
Go on.
It's a mere 34 years old,
Ewan would want it.
so that is going to get packaged up.
That's the
for,
oldest
for,
release I've seen from
one
that
of our
distillery.
members.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, okay. Do you know how much this is going for?
I think it's 1,900. You said 1950.
Yeah, but I
Right.
think
Over
I,
a
I think
grand
I made
anyway.
a typo.
It's over £1,000.
Yeah,
Well, it's
Yeah.
definitely is. So,
Yeah.
yeah, 1,950.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go for that.
yeah. I mean, what can you say? It's going to be spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
It's yeah, one of our most desirable distilleries, as
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah,
But we can't open it.
I know.
can't open that one. We're stuck
Yeah.
with our £55, and it's very, very
If
good.
anybody wants to
Exactly.
purchase this bottle, Richard will come around on his bike and hand deliver it to you.
We just donate it to us. That's fine. We'll take that.
If
Well,
it's
he-
within
well,
10
Is it?
miles,
And if he turns up and says that the bottle's smashed, he's lying.
if it's within 10 miles of Glasgow, I'll turn up with it. Otherwise,
Have we got
sorry.
anything else we'd like to ask Julie?
The 34-year-old.
Who's your favourite James Bond?
Oh, come on. There's only ever one answer to that.
Big Tam.
Daniel Craig.
Sean
Big
Connery.
Sean man.
Every time Sean
Did he
Connery.
love your milk?
Oh, if only.
Is it not the whole of Edinburgh plays?
Exactly.
Big Tam Connery, eh? Used to deliver
Exactly.
the milk. Ken.
Exactly.
Aye.
Oh, how could you? There is just nobody that stacks up to Sean Connery ever in the
Ever.
Bond role. Ever. Who's your favourite James Bond?
Oh, obviously I like Sean Connery. Who doesn't? I mean,
Oh.
but I quite like. I have to say, I really like the new Casino Royale with Daniel
Yes.
Craig. I thought that was great.
Yeah. Who would you like to see as Sean Connery? As Sean Connery? As James,
I don't know. No idea. Me.
as James Bond?
I'll be the next James Bond. Thank you very much.
And on that
No
note,
more,
Yeah.
no more vodka martinis.
Just dream on, Calum. Right. Julie, thank you very much for joining us.
that was great.
It's
Thank
been a
you.
pleasure.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Good to see you both.
Thanks for
Yeah.
tuning in.
Thank
You
you
too.
guys. Thanks
Enjoy
for
your
having me.
September Outturn. Enjoy your gathering events, wherever you're heading out. Hope you're taking part in,
Look for us.
in something
Yep.
near you. And
Come and
Slange.
say hi. Yeah, Slange.
Cheers.
Cheers.